Hello and welcome to the Darby Creek Diaries. I'm Gail Thompson and I'm hoping that all is going well with you. It's a sunny day in Ohio. What a miracle. But there's snow everywhere. Last Christmas, I treated myself to quite a few birch press and poppy dies. They are from the same company. And I just now am getting a chance to work with them. And I wanted to make three different things from one die because you really want to stretch the die when it's a big set like this. Actually, it's a pretty good price point even for that size. And this is the package that you get. It's got all kinds of dies there for trimming. That background piece fits on half of a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, the kind that you would use for a card base. And then through the magic of television, I went ahead and cut out some of the pieces. But the piece I wanted to show you especially is this little front of the birdhouse, it's a cuckoo clock. It's made with real cherry veneer paper. It's got adhesive on the back, which I forget about, but it die cuts beautifully. And I want to conserve it, so I'm going to cut as small a piece as I can from that. But see how beautifully it die cuts, and it gives you little lines, so it looks like little boards for the front of the cuckoo clock. I thought it needed to be a little darker, so I wanted to test out some walnut stain or walnut distress ink before I wasted the whole thing, because I only had the one sheet of paper. So I just darkened it up a little bit so it would look like a cuckoo clock. And here's our little bird. Yes, it's a cardinal. It comes with it. It isn't a cuckoo, but hey, we use what we have. So I'm adding off camera, unfortunately, eyes and a beak. And now I want to put a mini action wobbler on him. So, you know, it could sort of go cuckoo, cuckoo, only not really. And it was a lot of fun cutting that down. And I wind up cutting it down more later. But I think it does add dimension and a little fun to our cuckoo clock. I doctor him up a little later, and you'll see that. But I'm just getting him ready now to set aside and move on. I found this Hero Arts Autumn Bouquet where I thought these leaves would look great for the little chimes. But they were brown, so I'm using alloy alcohol ink to put a little color on it. And of course, I'm getting it all over everything. It sort of kind of spewed out at me. It takes a minute for it to dry, so don't put it up against other things you care about on your card. And I'm just rubbing it with my finger. There are probably 1,000 other ways to do it, but my finger was the most handy. And I'm just going to coat that, and I'm going to try to coat that and set her all aside, but I really think that it gives a realistic, antique-y kind of look, as realistic as a paper cuckoo clock with a cardinal can be anyway. Now I've layered up everything because I'm sure you know how to layer things. I just piled all the pieces on and put on the roof. And now it's time to make, it's a stand-up card, it's time to make the base. So I just got my bone folder out, and you fold the flap in. It's very easy to follow. And then you flip it back, and then I straighten mine up here in a second. And you put the glue on the outside of the flap. There, I straightened it up. And you're just going to lay your card front on it. Now you could use this birdhouse or whatever as the front on a regular card. There's my gussied up cardinal / cuckoo. I'm trying to figure out how long to make these, and it's kind of by gosh and by golly. I'm just gonna whack away at it and see what happens. You have to be bold. It's just paper. I have to tell myself that, but it's just paper. So I'm just putting on our faux chimes. And I'm going to stagger them because I think that usually they are not both the same length. I think it has something to do with how it chimes and tells time, but I don't know much about them. So I'm putting my little bird on and I'm saying to myself, ooh, I can see that white and I'm not liking that at all. So more hacking away. And this is the mini action wobbler if you're keeping score. So I get out my Copic markers and I just start coloring it in. And it does help. I mean, if you want to, really look at the side, well, then you're going to see it, but it does pretty well. Later on, I do go back and color on it some more. But there is our cuckoo. And you just pull that up. You don't even really need that little tab at the bottom to hold it. And there is time to celebrate. And I sent that as a birthday card. And there it is. You can stand it up and the people can enjoy it up on their mantle. I wound up putting a happy birthday on that front little piece at the bottom. So when she had it sitting up, it would say happy birthday. Now I also made myself a little dog house that's one of my past champion Yorkies. His name was Patrick. But you can send this card for maybe somebody who's lost a pet or any reason. And it is just as cute as it can be. Then I also thought I would give you an example of, this is a little gnome house where I cut the hole out of the birdhouse entrance and made it a door and added the gnome and kind of made it a springy looking thing. I just used dyes from everywhere there. And I just think it's adorable and it could be used for anything. So here is our project. And I just couldn't be happier with it. Like I said, it's already gone. I already used it as a card. But I love that wood on the front. I think it looks kind of realistic. Well, it is real, so I guess that only makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this and that you'll give it a try. If you're not currently subscribing, I hope you hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell for more notifications. I can't wait to see you again. I hope that you have a wonderful week, that you have time to get crafty, and that you visit my other social networking things. I'm at Darby Creek Diaries on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm going to leave you a couple of videos that might interest you. Until next time, you take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.